Okay, so for this question, you can see that this is actually equal more concept. Equal more concept. Okay, it actually derived from the equal concept. Okay, equal concept means you're going to have a fraction of someone's money equal to a fraction of the other person's money. You can see the two fraction. You can see, right? A fraction of Jane is actually equal to a fraction of Peter's. Okay. However, there is this more involved. Okay, now I want you to think about it. I want you all to think about it. If I say that Jane have more than Peter, which means the model will look like this. Jane and Peter have the same actually, but Jane have extra. Can you see or not? Jane have this 120 extra. So if I were to get rid of this 120, it is the same. Can you see or not? That's why I say that this is actually equal concept. This fraction of Jane is equal to this fraction of Peter. This and these are the same. Only that Jane have 120 more. That's it. That's why it is equal more concept. You understand? Understand so far? Okay. So now we know that we're going to use the equal more concept. How do we apply the equal more concept? So if you look at these fractions, again, if you know fractions in simplest form, it is already in its units form. Okay. So which means these two fractions are in its units already. This is unit. This is unit, this is unit, this is unit, this is unit. And the numerator is the part. Denominator is my total. Numerator is my part. Denominator is my total. You know that denominator is always the total. Fraction denominator is always referring to the whole thing. The top one, the numerator, is telling you what we are referring to for that numerator, which means a part of Jane's saving is equal to a part of Peter's saving, which means over here this is 2 unit of her saving equal to 1 unit of his saving. That's what they're trying to say. But if you want to draw the model, you must be very careful because the units are different. So if you draw wrongly, everything will be wrong. So I'm not going to draw model. I'm going to straight away zoom into the units method. Okay, this is how I do it. So we're going to draw out the table like that. Cut it up into 2 columns like this. Okay, on top here will be the part, and then here will be the total. Okay, over here, the first person is Jane. So you put Jane at the side. The second person is Peter. Peter at the other side. Then you draw out the line. Then you're going to pick and put. Pick and put means from the question, there are certain information which already identify, right? Pick them up, put it inside the box. Okay. So Jane's part is 2 unit. Jane's total is 7 unit. Then Peter's part is 1 unit. Peter's total is 5 unit. For equal concept, this one, for equal concept, okay, you can see equal concept, it means that the part is equal. So look at the part. So you look at this 2 unit and 1 unit, they need to be the same. Are they the same in the first place? They are not the same. Okay. If they're not the same, then you make them the same. How do you make units the same? You times. 2 cannot be converted to 1, but 1 can be converted to 2. Okay. How do we do that? We times whatever I do to the box in one row, the next box in the next row will do the same. So this one must also times 2. Okay. So this will become 2 units. Here will become 10 units. All right. So now I know that this 2 unit Jane's part is equal to 2 unit of Peter's part. Settle already that one. We leave it on its own. However, now let's look at the more portion. We look at the more portion. This more belongs to Jane. The more here belongs to Jane, which means, can you see my model here? If you look at my model again, the more is Jane's there, the 120 more, correct? Okay. And then this Jane's total unit is 7 unit, which means the more is also part of the total units. The more 120 is part of her total unit as well because it's Jane's money. All right. So what do we do here to find what is 1 unit? How do I find what is Jane's 1 unit? We actually take 120 divided by 2. Where does the 2 come from? Here. Can you see? So because I'm talking about 2 unit of Jane's money, it's equal to, so if I want to draw back, it look like this, 2 unit and 2 unit. Okay, this is 2 unit of Jane's whatever, how many parts you have. And this is 2 units of Peter. It's 120 more. So, which means actually, if I want to include, there is 100, there is this two. There is this two portion here. And this two portion is 120, 120. Okay, it's equal up to 120. Sorry, it equates to a total of 120. These two add up to 120. So I want to know what is 1 unit. I want to know what is 1 unit. So 1 unit extra is equal to 120 divided by 2, 60. Because can you see there? Every 1 unit of Jane, there is extra something. Every 1 unit of Jane, there is extra something. So this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit. This is 60, this is 60. Can you see? So it's equal up to 120. That is what I'm trying to say here. Okay. So this is under the more part. This is the more. Okay. So 1 unit of the more is 60. But she doesn't only have 1 unit, what? She have a total of 7 units. So which means her more is actually 7 times $60. Her more is actually $420. This is her more total. Okay. Now we settled that already. Now we know that they saved $828 altogether. So if you look at the total, 7 plus 10, you plus together, this will give me my total units is 17 units, right? So 17 unit is a total of 828. Don't forget that we need to take away the more, because who have more? Jane have more. I want to make it equal. I want to make it equal. So I must take away this one. Okay, take away the extra. So take away the extra. What is the extra? The extra is this. Minus 420 equals to 408. So 17 unit is 408. 1 unit is 408 divided by 17, and I get 24. I don't stop there because I want to find Jane. So Jane is equal to 7 unit. You see Jane total, this is Jane total, 7 unit times 24, you get 168. Do I stop there for Jane? Remember I take away 420 here. Now I put back my 420 equals to 588. This is Jane. I settled Jane already. Now, can I settle for Peter? So Peter will be 1 unit is 24. So Peter is 10 unit. 10 times 24 equals to 240. Now Peter done. Now how much more money did Jane save than Peter? So more means comparing. Take this and this, you minus together. So more equals to 588 minus 240 equals to 348. Answer. This is the answer. 348.